Happy weekend and happy Easter to all those members of the Altcoin Buzz army that are celebrating this very important holiday for some. If that's you, then I hope you have a terrific Easter weekend and hopefully you can enjoy that with friends, family, and loved ones. It's a little bit of a mixed bag this Easter weekend when it comes to cryptocurrency. Yes, we saw some great all-time highs over the course of these last couple of days. Bitcoin not quite reaching a new all-time high, but breaching up above that 60K barrier. Ethereum reaching a new all-time high. According to CoinGecko.com, it topped off ETH, that is, at about $2,146 thereabouts. We're seeing mixed performance from some of the other altcoins right now, but certainly some are doing very well. I talked about Tron the other day. Tron showing a lot of strength right now, actually. Up pretty consistently, 80% this week, if you can believe it, now sitting at about 11.5 cents. So it seems like, for the most part, altcoins are more optimistic, more up on the whole versus Bitcoin, which has kind of been up and down. There's been volatility. Yes, it broke past 60K again, but it's now kind of down again. Don't forget, we're still teetering currently just below the $2 trillion market cap at the time of this recording. So we have a couple of resistances that are lined up, if you will, but I'm happy to report that with, at least in the case of Ethereum, that $2,000 resistance now seems to have been flipped into support. So we'll talk about a little bit of that in just a second, more about Ethereum, I should say, in just a second. Here's possibly, all problems are multivariate in this world, but here's possibly one reason why there's a little bit of, reluctance when it comes to Bitcoin right now. It doesn't, hasn't quite found its footing, so to speak. You may have heard about this. Clayton, he's the chairman of the SEC, former chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission. He's been warning about Bitcoin regulations, how we may be seeing more of those. So in an interview with CNBC Squawk Box, Clayton said that Bitcoin had the status as a non-security at the SEC, but this does not mean that it should not be regulated. Quote, "Where digital assets land at the end of the day will be driven in part by regulation, both domestic and international, and I expect that regulation will come in this area, both directly and indirectly." Very cryptic, so not, anything that we can really report on with any substantial meaning, but some people are feeling slight pessimism as a result of this. But on the flip side of the coin, there's a lot of optimism out there, and many analysts are suggesting that we're now on the so-called brink of a Bitcoin breakout, not only for Bitcoin, but then by extension, the rest of cryptocurrencies. Some people, i.e. Philb here, believe that 60K is going to be the new 20K, right? There was all of that buildup, all of that mounting tension and pressure for us to finally break through 20K. It was up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, but that gap of volatility was narrowing until we really blasted through 20K. And the idea here is that we're not going to blast through 60K in the same way because, well, first of all, we've already blasted through 60K. But 60K will be the new 20K, and that will get above it with confidence, stay above it, and go a whole lot further. You can take a look at this price analysis if you're so inclined, but there are a lot of reasons to suggest that this optimism is well warranted. Don't forget, as we continue to grow not only Bitcoin, but the broader cryptocurrency asset class, as the market cap continues to rise, volatility is going down. Just mathematically, if nothing else, that's how it works, not to speak of the added confidence that people have in this space. JP Morgan are saying that this decrease in volatility is going to help us get to some of their benchmark figures. Don't forget, they've called for a long-term price of $130,000 per Bitcoin. Look, I talk about Bitcoin a lot in this video, but Bitcoin by extension, leads the pack, and that bodes well for the rest of cryptocurrency and altcoins, which is our bread and butter, of course. And with that in mind, here's a reminder of some of the predictions out there, courtesy of Documenting Bitcoin. JP Morgan's Bitcoin price prediction, 130,000. Citibank's Bitcoin price prediction, 318,000. And finally, Guggenheim's Bitcoin price prediction, $600,000. So talking, as we were a moment ago, about that $130,000 Bitcoin prediction, that is actually substantially more conservative than some of the other ones out there. And, these aren't just armchair analysts. These aren't people on Twitter. Citibank, Guggenheim, these are massive corporations and legacy institutions. So yes, there is reason to be optimistic on this Easter Sunday, at least at the time of this recording. Speaking of that optimism, it absolutely is being felt in Ethereum right now. 38% Ethereum futures premium signals what some traders are saying may be kind of that new benchmark, that new gravitational pull towards $2,500. So futures traders are increasingly bullish on Ether in the short term, with $2,500 as a mark that's now in play. In fact, I asked you guys informally once we got up above 2,000 and then 2,100 the other day. I kind of informally polled the audience. I asked you guys, where do you think Ethereum is going to settle down? And interestingly, that $2,500 mark, among the arbitrary choices that I provided, but $2,500, it seems like the plurality of you at 38% seem to think that that's where we're going to land. So $2,500 with $3,000 actually closely behind as the second choice at 36%. I'm feeling $2,500 as well. I don't have any quantitative charts to show you to back that up, but I feel like psychologically $2,500 is probably that next milestone. And once Bitcoin gets up above 60K again and ETH starts to gain confidence, don't forget $2,000 is now support. The resistance has been flipped. Who knows? Let me know in the comments below where you think we're going to land with Ethereum. My vote goes to $2,500. All right, and with that, let's discuss for a moment a project that has crossed our radar here. It's called PointPay, and it's caught our attention for a couple of reasons. Let's start with kind of the big picture, the macro level, what this project is all about. It's building an ecosystem, or ostensibly at least that's what they're trying to do. One in which where you can buy crypto with all kinds of different fiat currencies. In fact, 45 different fiat currencies. You can do that with a credit card or a bank transfer. You can deposit crypto into PointPay. They have their own bank savings account essentially, and they have their own exchange as well. So Point2Pay was founded back in 2018 and was really designed from the ground up to fulfill a very specific set of needs that many of us feel in the cryptocurrency space. And for this reason, it's actually been likened to PayPal for those that immerse themselves in cryptocurrency. So for a few different reasons, PointPay not only simplifies the complex process of acquiring and safely storing a wide variety of quality cryptocurrencies, but their ecosystem of more than 10 products is also disrupting the traditional banking model precisely at the moment when this unbank yourself idea, this movement, is really growing in popularity worldwide. Not only in impoverished countries, by the way, but also in first world nations like the United States, for example. There's a whole range of benefits that you guys can check out at your own leisure. Currently, PointPay is engaged in the final months of the ongoing pre-sale for PXP tokens, which are going to offer a number of advantages for PXP holders within the PointPay ecosystem. You guys can check out the website here, pointpay.io. I can also point you in the direction of their Telegram group here. It's the PointPay family group. That's, I guess, how they refer to the contributors here and the members of this group. Pretty sizable, just about 30,000 members right now. So you should check that out. You can also check out this write-up on hackernoon.com. PointPay, a hidden gem. I'll link to all of this, of course, in the description below. But that's about it for this Easter Sunday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Short little video for today. I do hope you're enjoying your chocolates and whatnot. More importantly, time with your family, your loved ones. Hopefully the weather is starting to warm up in your neck of the woods as it is here for myself. The snow is quickly disappearing, which is always a good feeling. So there you have it. Guys, do be sure you're following us for all kinds of regular updates on all the normal social media channels. Keep checking back into our website, altcoinbuzz.io, for all the latest. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications if you enjoyed today's video. Best of luck, of course, if you choose to invest, although none of this is financial or investment advice. Stay safe. Happy Easter. Once again, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.